Good day, students. This is Mrs. Chaka speaking, your English lecturer. Today I'm going to cover level 4s. We are going to talk about a proposal. So I want to be as clear as possible, and I want to explain this so that you guys can understand it very well. Because a proposal is almost around 30 marks, so it is important for us to know how to write this proposal. Okay, so I made some notes that are going to assist us, and I hope that it will be easier for us to do what we are doing now. All right, so let me check my notes quickly so that we get to the situation as fast as we can. All right, here we go. So like I said, this is module 4, proposal, persuasive writing. Okay, it is important for us to know what a proposal is. So I'm going to explain to you what the definition of a proposal is. A proposal is an offer made by a person to a potential client. It may be accepted or rejected. We have two types of proposals. We have solicited proposal and unsolicited proposal. Let me explain it thoroughly, what I'm talking about. Solicited proposal is usually requested. So you will be requested to do something or to give out a service. So I'll explain that thoroughly just now. And then unsolicited proposal is not requested. So this is whereby a person would want the company to assist in terms of funding. All right, so let me start first with solicited proposal and explain it as I have written it here in the notes. Solicited proposals are written responses to a specific request. In this proposal, the customer may request a service such as a construction service. All bids must be very detailed and price is often paramount. As the lowest bid that will provide the best quality service usually wins, the proposal may be lengthy and consist of information such as precise schedule for completion and costs involved. All right, so this is a solicited proposal. Solicited proposal, remember, it is requested. It is more or less like your tender, you know, when I'm talking in simple terms, in terms of students, for you to understand what I'm talking about. It is a tender, solicited proposal. And you must remember, in a tender, you might be given a document, and that document will guide you on how to fill in necessary information. That's why, hence they say here, this proposal may be lengthy and consist of information such as precise schedule for the completion of the cost. So I hope you understand the proposal, which is, this one is called a solicited proposal, the one that is requested. Let us go to the unsolicited proposal. Unsolicited proposal is a proposal made to new customers or existing customers for repeat service or about a new product or service. So let me explain it in simple terms. Here's this guy who is interested in a lady. And he decides, you know what, I'm going to prepare myself and propose this woman, you know? And this guy goes out and proposes the lady. It is up to the lady if she accepts the proposal or not. So in order for the woman to be crazy about this guy must make sure that, you know, he impresses the lady. So proposal is very important for you to make sure that you impress the customers. If you want a customer to give you a service, you will surely impress that customer. If you want a client to assist you with funding, you must surely impress that person. And how do you do it? You do it by writing objectively, you know, in a formal manner, and you see to it that you are so much persuasive when you write a proposal. So I hope I've explained the two types, okay? solicited and unsolicited. If you forget what a solicited proposal is, just think about the tender, and for an unsolicited proposal, think about, relationships. All these are proposals. We go through proposals most of the times in our lives. We totally go through proposals. There's wedding proposals. There's a whole lot, out there. So I just wanted you to understand in terms of looking for funding, why do we have to use unsolicited proposal? And in terms of a request, somebody who's requesting business from you or requesting you to come in and assist them with something, then that is a solicited proposal. Okay, let's move on. You need to compose a winning proposal. Like I said, a good proposal is about establishing good relationships between you, your company, and your potential clients. Focus on answering these simple questions about your business proposal and what you have to offer. Okay, so I tried by all means to show you how to go about this step by step against what you are given in your textbooks. What or who are you? Who are you? In this case, you are going to establish your business identity and how it fits with the customer's needs. And you also need to be brief about this. So the introduction, in your books, this is the part where they tell you how to write a proposal, okay? They give you instructions on how to write it. So in the introduction, you introduce the company you work for and the service you offer, and you state who invited you to submit the proposal. If you are not invited to submit the proposal, then you must also state what would you like to offer? What would you like to offer, or how would you like to source out funding and sponsorship? Okay. What are you offering to do? That's the second part you should know. What are you offering to do? You don't need to overpromise. You need to be clear about your deliverables and customer needs you are fulfilling. So this is where your key issues is. You make the recipient feel that you understand their position, and it becomes a persuasive point. In this case here, you must make sure that the recipient feels that you understand their position. I just want to go back a little bit on your introduction again. Imagine, guys, here is this guy, he's actually proposing love to you. And then all of a sudden he says to you, what I like, I like deep kiss. I mean, you have not yet agreed, ladies, on the proposal this guy is coming up with. And he suddenly just tells you that he enjoys deep kiss. So do you see the problem is you might see him as a pervert? You might not like his introduction to you. Because how do you introduce yourself like that? You simply come to me and then you say, no, what I like is actually a deep kiss. You have not yet shown me what are the things that you are bringing into the table, but you come and you say deep kiss. So it is important for you to write an appropriate introduction, my students. It is important to write an appropriate introduction. All right, so I have mentioned the key issues. Now we are going to the third one. What does your customer want? Nothing will put the proposal at the top of your customer's list more effectively than knowing what they want. So this is where now the client specifications come in, okay? In your books, they mention it thoroughly. The client specification is a clear description of these specifications and how you propose to meet them. For example, let us say hypothetically, so the specification of a customer would be like, let me give you an example about this young man, all right? a lady will say, maybe if this young man is asking, what is it that you like, you know? And then the lady will say, no, I like a guy who's neat. I like a guy who's intelligent. And I also like a guy who really is a listener. So these are the specifications a lady is looking for in this guy. So there's no way that, you know, when a client has given you the specifications of what they need, you come up with your own. How are you going to convince the customer or the client that you will be doing the job easier? So it is important for you to adhere to what the specifications are of the client, okay? So this is where now you have to tell us a clear description of how you're going to do the specifications that the client requested, okay? Please look at page 81 of your textbooks. It really explains it thoroughly against what I have just mentioned now. Okay, let's move to the fourth item. The fourth item, how do you intend to do it? How do you intend to do the job? Proposals need a clear summary of your methods and why they are a perfect match for this customer. So this is where implementation plan and costs take place, okay? You're going to tell us what happens and when, and you're also going to indicate the costs involved. I'm going to show you an example. I've just written up a few or some notes that are going to show you how we do this thing. So it sets out the time schedule and how the funded or the funding or sponsors of the project will progress. Okay. Now, why are you the best choice for this project? This is now at the end of you are coming to the end of your proposal. Why are you the best? Use this as your conclusion, as a summary of what's been said. Every answer should support the statement, we are the best fit for your project. This is your chance to say so. So it is in your books, they say this item is written all about us. All about us. So that's where you give proof of prior experience, such as testimonials from previous customers and descriptions of previous successful projects. All right, so remember, your proposal should include the following sections. It must include the introduction, the key issue, client specification and descriptions of services, implementation plan, timetable for delivery of service, costs or budget, all about the proposer or details about the company if you are sourcing out funding, and conclusion. All right, like I promised, I have just an example of what a proposal should look like. I took this from the previous question paper and I want you to look at it thoroughly. What I did not state is that when you write a proposal, you write it in the third person. You write it in the third person and you write it as a past tense. It's a report. Report is written in the past tense in the third person. Please, we do not use I and we in the report. So look at this one. All right, they give you a scenario here. They say you are Naledi Boss, the owner of Speak and Span, a reputable garden service company in Sidibeng. On the 20th of April 2015, you were approached by Mr. Faith Zulu, the chairperson of the Specification Committee of Sidibeng as Sidibeng TVET College, Sebokeng campus, to submit a proposal for the maintenance of their garden and surrounding areas twice a week for a period of 2 years. So already as it is, we know who approached you. It's Mrs. Zulu. Who approached you? It's Mrs. Zulu, okay? Mrs. Zulu is holding what kind of a position? She's the chairperson of the Specification Committee at Sidibeng TVET College, Sebokeng. So she asked you to submit a proposal for the maintenance of the garden and surrounding areas twice a week for a period of 2 years. The proposal should include provision of cleaning equipment and the total cost. Over and above cutting the lawn, the garden service should trim trees, remove weeds from the pavement and from the premises. On the 22nd of April, you inspected the campus. Obviously, when you are given a solicited proposal, you have to go in and inspect the campus and thereafter decide to submit a proposal. You need to check how much the work is and how are you going to code the work. So it's important for you to go and inspect the proposal, the site. So compile a proposal dated the 25 April 2015. So they say you must compile a proposal that is dated the 25 April 2015 and supply a heading for your proposal. So here is your responses. Here's your responses. They said you must also use, or you must use the introduction, client specification, implementation plan, costs, and all about the proposal and conclusion. So here's your memo. Remember, I said you must write in the third person, and you must write in the past tense. This is a report, it's a formal document, it must be written as such. So the heading must be bolded, like it is bolded here. Maintenance of Sedibeng TVET College, Sebokeng Campus Garden. Then thereafter, you have to write the date. The date you are given is 25 April 2015. Either you write the date here or at the end of the proposal, okay? Introduction. Remember, it is important to note who has actually approached you. So Mrs. Zulu, Mrs. Faith Zulu of Sedibeng TVET College, Sebokeng Campus, approached Naledi Boss. Are you aware that this approached? Because if it was Naledi, she didn't say Mrs. Faith Zulu of Sedibeng College, Sebokeng Campus approached me. No, we do not use me, we do not use we do not use the first person here. We use the third person. So Mrs. Faith or Miss Faith Zulu of Sedibeng TVET College, Sebokeng Campus approached Naledi Boss, owner of Speak and Span Garden Service Company, to ask his company to submit a proposal to maintain their garden and surrounding areas. So, for you to mention Mrs. Zulu, it's a mark. And to also mention that she approached you, it's a mark. Approached who? The company Naledi Boss, it's another mark. To do what? To do garden service at Sedibeng, it's another mark. All right? Naledi Boss visited the campus on the 15th April to access the extent of the proposal, another mark. Okay, now we come to client's needs or specification. Mrs. Zulu requested that the proposal be for a period of 2 years with the garden service workers at the campus twice a week. The garden service will trim the trees, remove weeds from the pavement, vacuum, blow garden debris, including leaves and garden cutting, remove refuse from the premises. And then what is the implementation plan or the timetable for the deliverables? Ms. Speak and Span will provide a service within a month. So this is what they're saying. The Speak and Span will provide us a service within a month or any time after the proposal has been written, has been accepted in writing. Okay? Now, let's come to the budget. Let's come to the budget, the costs. Maintenance of garden and surrounding areas for 2 years. So this is where now you are going to state the amount of money that is involved in running this project, okay? For cleaning, you can put any amount that you want there. Removal of refuse, you can put any amount and the total thereafter, okay? Lastly, you come to all about the proposer, the details about the company. So this is where you sell yourself, you know, one more time. This is where you are persuasive again, one more time. Speak and Span is located in City Bay and has been in the garden service industry for the past 15 years. It has a team of 50 people working for it. The needs of clients, where big or small, are important. As a proof of this, please see 3 attachment or attached testimonials from satisfied clients. And then you conclude nicely on your conclusion. Speak and Span has no doubt that it can provide Sidibeng TVET College, Sebokeng campus, an excellent and clean, immaculate, tidy garden. So this is it, my students. I hope you understand how to write a proposal. This example that I've shown you now, it is an example of a solicited proposal. I'll see in the next video if I can't give you an example of an unsolicited proposal. I want to thank you, and please stay safe. Focus on your studies. It is important because you are exiting level 4s. All will be well very, very soon. Thank you.